We're going to just move a second. Okay. What we're going to talk about today is healing the body within you. And that's a question that most people want to ask. How do I heal myself? How do I work with myself? How do I heal myself? But the question with healing yourself or working with your vibration or healing your energy field, healing your vibration. There's one of the affirmations I found in one of the books that I've read that says, I am letting divine intelligence express perfection through me now. Every one of our cells, everything within our being has a mind of its own, So everything that we do, that we propel in our lives to heal ourselves, to bring us that connection, is already within the cells of our bodies. So by allowing ourselves to believe, to have that connection of understanding, of belief that we are healthy, we are connected, we are balanced, and we only get ourselves in trouble in our lives when we downgrade ourselves, so we talk down to ourselves, so we don't value our vibration. So we keep telling ourselves that. And I do readings for individuals that don't like their jobs, they don't like where they are at, they don't like where they live, they don't like too much about their life. They don't want to repeat the cycle. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And what happens is they integrate that within their cells, within their vibration of their cells. And what they do is they allow that to radiate within their being. And eventually, it might take a year, 2, 3 years, but eventually the illness starts to show up because they're not happy, they're not content, they're not where they need to be. I've said before in classes and things that I do, I tell people the first thing people should do in their life, at least once a month, you should personally say to your guides, is there anything I've missed, anything I should have seen, anything I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? And if we do that at least once a month, we allow ourselves to kind of watch, kind of pay attention to what's repetitious within our lives. What are our guides trying to show us? What are they trying to bring into our being to allow us to heal ourselves, to bring ourselves back to balance, to bring ourselves back to where we need to be? I'm not going to say that everything in your life, that you're going to be healthy, that everything's going to make you healthy. But you ask yourself what you are expecting perfect health or the reason why not. Whether your health vibration within you is something that actually is through some kind of hereditary. Maybe you were born into a family and certain conditions, certain vibrations are part of your hereditary, part of your family tree. Or is it just being in a part or relationships with individuals? I found out through my life with doing this that a lot of people have individuals in their lives, people in their lives, that are very detrimental to their health. Places, people, events are very detrimental to their health. They believe that some of us have that Mother Teresa syndrome, you know. We want to go try to help. We want to go try to balance. We want to go try to do all this stuff. But we come to find out that sometimes we just can't. There's not within our vibration. It's not within our privy to actually put that in motion, get that set, put that in connection within our lives. But we feds on that road anyway. We head down there, and we make ourselves ill or we make ourselves sick. The question with that is you understand that if you're taking care of a family member and it's making your life miserable, it's just miserable. And you just keep being miserable every single day because it's not you, it's not your vibration, and it's just being put in this very negative, very toxic environment every day. It affects your health, it affects your cells, it affects your well-being, it affects your connection. And that includes your soul growth, your your higher self, your vibration. It stops you from realizing who you are, how powerful you are. It stops you from realizing that. And you start to make that little trip into a vibration that it sometimes takes people a long time to get themselves back to where they personally need to be. So it's when we allow ourselves to find that connection within your life, that vibration, that connection. So when I tell you to do affirmations, the I am works extremely well. It works extremely well. I've used it through my life and through my health conditions. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am creative. I am. So you just bring the I am in front of what you're asking for. I am. So you're already there. You're not getting it. You're not looking forward into the future. I am now. I am this moment. I am. So you're allowing energies to flow through you. And I do it first thing in the morning. When I get up in the morning, I'm saying affirmations. I do it sometimes during the day, and I do it when I go to bed at night. I'm doing affirmations. I'm saying affirmations through my being. Not because I need a lot of clearing. Maybe I do. But it's not like I need a lot of clearing. What happens is I'm clearing any negativity, any situations that arrive around me, that connect to me, that I need to let go of, to allow it to move away from me. Not to take it on, not to allow it. And I'm not one of those people that actually believe that there are some kind of entities in the spirit world that attach onto you and suck the life out of you. I don't believe that. I believe we're on our journey. We're on our journey. But it's how we arrive at the destination. We're picking up a lot of hitchhikers along the way. That is who will drag with us. That's who will drag down the path with us. Whether they keep us stopped on a path or they allow us to propel us forward. It is what we propel in our vibration. And that's still within your cell growth, your vibration within your life. The best book I found for healing, one of the best ones I found, so it's been on the market for a while. It's called The Dynamic Laws of Healing by Katherine. It's a very extremely good book. It has a lot of ways to heal, to bring yourself back to balance, to teach you how to ask for healing, how to propel healing within your being. So it allows you to get a little bit of training on how to find the balance within your being. And a lot of people will ask for things in their life and never really accept it. I have a brother who isn't as healthy as he should be, but he knows I'm a healer. But if I get anywhere near him, he looks at me and goes, "Don't you touch me. Don't you get next to me. If you heal me, I'm going to lose my check from the government. Don't you touch me." So he doesn't want to accept the healing because he needs the healing. And sometimes in our lives, we might find out that we've got something going on in our lives, not because we're supposed to have it. It's like subconsciously within our mind, we're allowing it to reside there. We're allowing it to be part of our vibration. And that's when I tell people to ask, is there something I missed, something that I should be put in motion, something I should be doing? Could you please show it to me? So if there's something that I've propelled around me, propelled here, that I need to look at, that I need to rearrange and reset, Spirit should show me. I'm a strong believer that we all have these 10, 15 guides that follow us. They follow us from the spirit world. They're part of our group. They're part of our protectors and master guides and angelic presence. They're the whole vibration. We picked exactly who we wanted to follow us here and be part of our band on this earth plane. Because when we're standing on the other side, we're standing there, and we enter this earth plane. We pick our family. We pick the vibration we're going to start the journey off on. It's like we pick the part on the map and go, there. That's where I want to start. And the guides from the other side, you know exactly where in this world that you're going. You know. You know the journey. So you pick your guides to be the best person or the best vibration for that journey. And you pick the parents. You pick your parents to the selves, the health vibration, the connection within your being to allow you to work your best on that path. So those decisions are made before you enter this earth plane. Now, once you get here, you kind of you forget why you're here. You kind of forget, but your guides haven't. Your body hasn't. You sometimes forget. So you move down the path. You go down the path. And as you venture down the path, your guides will move, rearrange, and reset things as they move you down the path. And if you're born in families, but not sometimes that you are born of families. Remember that. Sometimes you're born in a family, oh my God, Lou, my family's got this thing going on with them, they've got that, they've got this, they've got that, they've got this. But it doesn't mean that you have to be part of that. You don't have to be part of that. Because my parents have got asthma, they've got all kinds of things, they've got all kinds of conditions within their life. But do I have to be part of that? Does that have to affect my life? That's what you have to ask yourself. Is that part of your vibration? Is that part of your life that you really want to be part of? You can change it. You can trade up. I explain to people you can come here driving a Yugo, but you could leave driving a Cadillac. It is your choice of how you arrive at your destinations. How you arrive. It's how you propel yourself in that direction. Because when people say they have this in their life, and they keep saying that to their guides, they keep saying it to their body, you keep saying it, you eventually, it takes root. It takes the vibration within your life. Oh, I'm just going to do this. Oh my God, I'm going to do this. And you keep that up. Your guides will listen to you. And eventually it will show up. It will be part of your vibration. So I've learned in my life to ask my guides, because they know the journey. They know where I'm supposed to be. They have a strong connection of how I'm supposed to arrive. I have to keep the body, which we're talking about today, the body, the soul within you. I have to keep that healthy. I have to keep the oil changed, to tune up, do all what I need to do to keep myself healthy. Now, along the way, we're still going to pick up things that are going to throw us off balance. That includes people, family, things in our lives. We're going to pick those up along the journey. That's what we're going to do. And then sometimes we have to kind of set things outside. We've got to do like a spring cleaning, a complete garage sale. Take everything out in the yard. Allow people to take what they need and what they can personally use, and then bring whatever we need back into the house. But we don't keep packing the house, packing the vibration. We allow ourselves to clear every once in a while, to clear the auric field, to clean the vibration. I have a friend of mine that's a hoarder. There are things in this woman's house that she has probably not seen in the past 40 years. She can't get to it. She can't see it. It's in there probably, but she can't get to it. And sometimes we allow things to pack themselves around us, allowing ourselves to get sick or ill, but allow these things to pack around us. And at some point, we don't even know why it's there. We don't even know why we put that there, why it's in our vibration. That's why you ask your guides, if there's something I need to do, something I need to put in motion, could you please show it to me? If we ask our guides, we propel the vibration. You ask your body for perfect health and the reason why not. By asking your body for perfect health, you're telling it perfect health. But if there's a reason or something to do with your diet, something of how your life is going at this point, something that you need to personally do, or not, or why not, your guides will show you. And it's always this body, mind, spirit, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I always go back with my grandmother when we did table tipping in our lives. We did certain things in the vibration of talking to spirit. And the best that worked with talking to spirit was three-legged tables. Three-legged. Even in the Victorian days, it was three-legged tables. And I would ask my mother, so why the three-legged tables? Why? And my mother would look at me and say, it is because three, the number three, body, mind, spirit, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. It is a connection to divinity of the letter 3. So, and I put that in motion in my life many, many, many years ago about how things work with me. Spirit will show me. They'll keep showing you stuff. They'll keep propelling things in front of you until you, I don't say cry uncle, but until you finally say, yep, that's what I need to have. That's what I need to do. So it's just watching. It's propelling in motion. Because we all want perfect health. We want our body to do the best that it can possibly do while we're on this earth planet. And we want that perfect health or that connection to higher vibration within our lives. So we're telling our guides, we're explaining to them every once in a while. And I tell people to do it maybe once a month. You might do it more than that. It's up to how it works for you. But give it enough time. Give it about a week and a half for your guides to answer you. Don't get too impatient with your guides, but allow them a week and a half to speak to you, to talk to you. That's a true energy here, because you have to allow yourself, your higher self. Your higher self is connected to the spirit world. It never loses connection to the spirit world. You're connected to all that is. And when we bring our energy to that level, to that vibration, to that door within our being, we allow ourselves to speak to our higher self, our higher vibration, the one that's connected to all. So the information is downloaded into us, downloaded into our vibration. But we have to bring ourselves to that level. If we're miserable and we're not doing good and we don't like our life and nobody in our life loves us and we just go on and on and on and on, and all of a sudden we go, well, this isn't working, it's just no good for me, then we have told ourselves that, oh, I'm just not happy, I don't really care. No. We need to be in charge of your life. And that's the connection here that I try to help people with, because if you're telling your guides, when my mother-in-law passed away, before she passed away, she kept saying to her guides, you know, I really want to go home, see my husband, I miss him so much, I just want to go home, And that was a course in our house. Every day, Mom would get up, she'd want to go home. And eventually, within a couple, 3 months, she was going home. And she looked up at me just before she took her last breath, and she goes, what'd I do? I said, Jenny, I told your guide she wanted to go home. They've come. They've opened the door for you. They're going to take you home. And I've had clients that have passed to spirit, not because they were supposed to pass at that moment. It's because the door opened. A connection where your guides asked you, do you want to come home? And they said yes. And the door is open, and they bring you back to the spirit world. I said before, nobody dies too quickly, before their time, before they're not supposed to go back to the spirit world. What happens with individuals is, if you leave and you decide, like, that's it, I'm done here, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm just done. Whatever life energy, whatever life force that you had left in your being will be placed in somebody else. The energy will never be lost. It will be given to someone else that wants to be here, that their body is not where it needs to be, then there's miraculous healing, a vibration. A higher vibration gets around them, and they become perfectly healthy, and they live for quite a few more years than they would have, but they get things done. But you, by going back to the spirit world, people think like, oh my God, I'll go back to the spirit world. Let's say you're 50 years old. You end up telling your guides you want to go home. I want to go home. I'm going home. Guides take you home. But you're really supposed to live till you're 79. That's when you're supposed to live. It's till you're 79. So that's another 29 years down the road. Now, you never quite get majorly into the spirit world. You get close enough to it. But you still have that connection of living those extra 29 years. Maybe in a different vibration, different energy, a different situation on the other side. You still live them. You still live them. You still propel them in motion. That happens a lot when people have committed suicide, left the earth plane before they were really supposed to. They're still there. They're on the spirit side of life. They haven't gone to hell. They haven't gone somewhere evil. They're just living this life, this connection, until their clock, vibration, moves them to the spirit world. I knew that my mother, she died when she was in her late 30s. It was not till about three years ago that she moved into the spirit world. She was following in a world on the other side, a world much like this one, but she lived out the rest of her years before she could actually venture further. We come here to learn lessons, connections to higher intelligence, learn about ourselves, learn a connection. We pick a time, whether we're here 100 years, 50 years, 30 years, 40 years. We pick a time limit of being on this earth plane. And we must see that time limit through. We must see it through. We must see that vibration through, whether it's 20, 30, 40, 50 years, or 100. We have to see it through. And if we cut it short, or we do not want to see it through, then we still have to go through a vibration. And that's the connection. And right even at this time in our lives, we have the pandemic that's going around in our lives. So right now, every one of us are kind of like living a little bit of a death of a vibration. Because we can't really do everything we really want to do because we have this going on in the country. So now we're still living this. So not to allow it to affect you. I know it's going to affect us in some way, but doesn't mean you have to hold on to it. Doesn't mean you have to let it solidify within your being. That includes people, situations, and things in your life. Sure, you might have to take something on, but doesn't mean you have to have it within your vibration. You have to put it within your auric field. You say, oh my God, I've got to do this. I've got to connect to this. I've got to do this. I've got to put this in motion. No. You have to allow yourself to be good to yourself. Sometimes you might think that's being selfish, but sometimes we have to. I spent a lot of my years out here in Casadega. We had a lot of elderly mediums here, and they would come up to me because I had a lot of energy. I had a lot of energy. I've still got a lot of energy. And they would grab my hand and try to suck all the energy out of me. And I would have to stop them and say, you can't have it all. You can't just take every bit of energy out of my being. But they would try. So I would have to stop them from doing that by putting that in motion. Stop them from doing that. So I had to learn, as being a medium or an intuitive or an empath, of allowing people to have so much energy, but not to totally drain every bit of energy out of me. And I love it when people get here. We had a girl here the other day that the energy of my house was too much for her. It was just too much. The energy was too high. It was too much. It was too fast. And the one girl that was teaching her was saying, you know, she has this whole thing within her being, this whole vibration. You have to learn to control it. You should not let the energy of a vibration affect you in a way that it makes you ill, it makes you sick. But allow the energy to uplift you where it needs to, balance you where it needs to, and take you where it needs to. Because we have this whole vibration within our lives. If we follow the course, follow the vibrations. Maybe I'm a little bit different than some people because I've had a lot of stuff within my life that I've been taught, that I've had put within my being, of learning different modalities, different vibrations, different things that I can use to propel me in a direction. But it's like finding your own thing. I did a lecture not too long ago about a medicine bag. And my grandmother used to hang one right around our necks when we'd go up and visit her. And the medicine bag would lay right on our heart chakra. That's where it would lay. And my grandmother used to tell us, now you go out and fill up your medicine bag. And we as kids, we'd run out. We'd go out in the woods. We'd find things to put in our medicine bag. We'd find things to put in them. Then we'd bring them all back to my grandmother. And she would open the medicine bag and very gently take everything out that we had put in it. And she would look at it. She would sort it. She put other things with it. And she'd put the medicine bag back together. And she would seal it. And she would give it back to us. And for many years, I had a lot of medicine bags my grandmother had made for me. I think I still have a few left here. But I had these medicine bags. And I learned that in my life, every one of us, every single person has their own personal medicine bag. And through our lives, we propel things into that medicine bag. Healing modalities. Maybe you're a Reiki master. Maybe you do crystal healing. Maybe you're an angelic presence. Maybe, I don't know. But you've put that in the vibration. What you've learned in this lifetime, what has been propelled towards you, you put in the medicine bag. And eventually the medicine bag never really gets completely sealed until we actually want it sealed. Till we have gotten what we feel we need in the vibration within our lives. Some of us get it early in our lives. Some of us are early connectors within our lives. Some of us might take our whole life to finish our medicine bag. But that medicine bag is who you are. It's who your vibration is. It's what you propel in your vibration. It's what energy that you put in your vibration. I'm a lot different than most people because I have got so much that I've learned throughout my life that I've put a lot of stuff within the medicine bag. And I've allowed myself to pick different modalities, different vibrations. But it doesn't mean I do those modalities. It means that I've taken pieces of those modalities and put them in that vibration. So it makes me who I am, not who you are or somebody else, but who I am in my life. So it's how you perceive who you are and what arrives in your life. If I tell you you're supposed to be a Reiki healer or a Reiki master, and in 5-6 days somebody enters your life and says, oh, by the way, they're having a free Reiki class, you should attend, I'd probably go to the Reiki class. Because maybe there's something within that Reiki class that you need to put within your own personal medicine bag. And that medicine bag is what heals you, what brings you to balance, what allows you to find your path. And I've noticed that if we have our ideas in our lives of what we believe, that we're healthy, that we should have enough abundance in our lives to get us to where we need to be in our lives, we should be abundant. We should have money. We should be very prosperous in our lives. The only reason we're not is we allow others to stop us on the path, to divert us from receiving what we're supposed to in our lives, to take us on a journey that doesn't really belong to us, and allow us not to see our journey, our vibration. Or we put our heads down and we don't look at where we're heading. We just look straight down at the ground. So we have to realize that when you allow yourself to be healthy, When you tell your guides, Katherine Ponder says, you do not have to go through hell here to get to heaven hereafter. And so many people put themselves through hell here, thinking like, that's my cross to bear, Lou. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. No, not really. Because we have to realize that everything in our lives has got a purpose. It's got a vibration within our lives, a purpose. But you have to realize it is the journey. It is never the destination at the point that you're traveling down the path. It is the journey that you're taking yourself on. It's how it affects your body, how it affects your being. That's that vibration within you. That person within you. It's how you affect them. If you go take care of family and every bit of taking care of family is miserable to you, but you're there, because you feel you have to be there, then you're probably going to be sick. Probably going to be ill by doing that if you're not extremely happy doing it. So if you have to do something in your life, you have to put it in motion, you have to do it, then allow yourself to be happy doing it. If you've got a job you dislike for now, treat it more as if you're enjoying the job. You might go, well, that's crazy, Lou. I don't enjoy my job. I don't like it. But start putting the affirmations out of how your job, I am prosperous. I am enjoying my journey at this moment. I am looking forward to a future in another endeavor within my life. I am perfectly healthy. I am connected to my health, allowing me to find a new journey that I will soon be on to a new purpose, a new destination within my life. These are different affirmations using the I am to get you to where you need to be. But don't be miserable where you are. That doesn't commute, that doesn't work, that doesn't get put in motion. You have to say, well, wait a second, because I have clients that say, oh, I don't want to repeat this last cycle. Then why did you go through it in the first place? If you're miserable, it has made your life completely crazy, then why are you still allowing yourself to travel on that path? Change it. It might not change overnight. It might not change within a month or two. But allow the energy to be heard into the spirit world that you are looking for change. But give them an idea of what kind of change you want. You want to be perfectly healthy. Perfect. Not so-so, not maybe, not halfway healthy, but perfectly healthy. You want to have enough money to last you the rest of your life. You want to be able to accept the vibration of prosperity and money through the rest of your life. You want good, extensive people to arrive in your life to bless you, encourage you, uplift you, and walk with you down this journey that you're doing in this lifetime. Not people you have to drag or scream at you, and people trying to drag or duct tape you down some kind of path that you don't personally want to go. Tell them. Your guides will listen to you. And I've been dealing with my guides, Jeff, and some of my guides for most of my life. I listen to them. I pay attention to what they tell me. I used to not when I was a kid, and things didn't work out well. When I decided that I wasn't going to listen to them, things would happen. So I learned in my life to listen to what they're trying to propel in front of me. So I watch what's getting my attention and what's working with me. But if you have a companion, someone in your life that you're with, where two or more are gathered, there I am. So it's like as long as both of you are on the same path or close to the same path, you're focusing the intent down that path. If you're asking for one thing and your mate or whoever's in your life is asking for something totally different, then it stops the movement of the cart. It stops the movement. Because the cart doesn't know whether to go down one path or go down your path. So it stops the movement of the cart. It's finding your vibration. And that's true. Affirmations work. Music works. Music works. The sound vibration within your home. Playing music within the house works. It allows that music to seep into the walls, to change the energy within your home base, within your home environment. It just does. So allowing you to adjust the energy. And you can just do small things. You can't do the whole big thing right away. Just play music at your house. You might have to go outside your house, go into some kind of craziness outside your home. But when you get home, that should be your oasis, your respite on your journey, to allow you to get rebalanced and reset. If your work's crazy, your home environment's crazy, and everything's really not working for you in either one of those, then you need to have a really big talk with your guides. You need to speak to them and go, this isn't quite working for me. Could you at least bring me my highest and best, for my highest and best divine order? Bring into my life what is for my highest and best and my divine order. Allow your guides to propel in your life what they feel would work for you. Propel you on the journey. Get you to where you need to be. And when we say the healing prayer here in Casadega, I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstruction of my mind and body and to restore me with perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. Notice the end of that says, I will do my part. Not that God's going to heal everything and work with everything without you doing anything. I will do my part. And that's by us moving, changing, redoing, resetting, re-envisioning where we're at. At least every once in a while, kind of get that idea of where you personally want to put yourself. What do you personally want to do here? And then if it doesn't work, give it a week and a half, let your guides talk to you. If that's not, you don't get a really answer, then say, okay, that's not quite working. What about this? What about this? Kind of find a modality or a vibration that leads you in the direction you're supposed to be. And then allow your guides to take you there. Because some of us, I know that some of us in our lives are missionaries. So we are. We're missionaries. We've arrived here to help the group energy, help the divine. We've been here. We're not here for us. We're here to help, to encourage, and affect the divine. And through our journey, we're supposed to have a very comfortable journey because we are scouts. We're here to help the whole, not help us, to help the whole. So our journey on this earth plane should be very balanced, very comfortable for us. Allowing ourselves to ask for how we arrive, how we propel it, how we understand it. And if things don't work for you, stop. Ask your guides, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? We sometimes don't stop. We allow ourselves to move forward. And then once we get down the path, we decide that that's not it, and we have to backtrack. And it might take us a year or two to backtrack out of it, to get back to where we were, till we can move on again. So before you go heading off-road, before you go off-path, ask yourself, is this good for me? When I teach the 9-year cycles, when I teach those, it's according to your birthday. If you're 37, 3 and 7, 10, 1 and 0, 1. You're in your first year. Cycles run every 9 years. At the end of a cycle, the 8th and 9th year of a cycle is when you regroup, rebalance, reset. You re-envision your life. You reset. You clear. You redo. You reset. And you enter a brand new cycle. You run pretty crazy for 7 years. 7 years of that vibration, that cycle. 8th year you clear, 9th year you regroup, and then you take off again. Figure out where on your cycle you are. Where you are. If you're in a receiving mode, you're looking for things being received in your life. If you're in a depleting mode, things being pulled away from you, you look at what your guides are wanting you to get rid of. And the 8th and 9th year is when Spirit tries to get rid of things. They try to move things in your vibration. So allow yourself to find that compassion within your life, that journey that you feel like you need to be on. See, it's this whole connection of how it works. I've been doing this work over 60 years. And I've learned a lot through the time, and you could have probably seen me when I was in my 20s, probably not as connected as I should have been, but I was still learning. But as I go through my life, I understand how the energy is supposed to work. And I learn things all the time. I learn different things every day. I look for different things to put in my medicine bag, to tuck in there, to see if I need it. If there's something that Spirit's trying to show me that I haven't really quite gotten yet. I was with the Katherine Ponder books. I've had those before in my life. I've had a couple of them before. But when I had a friend of mine here not too long ago, and he said, the Katherine Ponder books, The Dynamic Laws of Healing. And I go, oh, I haven't seen that book in a long time. And then all of a sudden, Katherine Ponder showed up again. Showed up again. Showed up again. So I said, well, Spirit's wanting me to read this. Spirit really wants me to look at this. So I've read the book. I've read it again. But the question is, the Spirit wanted, there was something probably in this book that I needed to put in my vibration. Same thing when I was moved into this camp. We had people coming in here with Ramtha, with J.Z. Knight. Ramtha is a guide that is transferred through J.Z. Knight. And I didn't know that a lot about Ramtha. I knew a lot about Seth, but not a lot about Ramtha. But all of a sudden, these people started coming in my life with Ramtha books, Ramtha tapes, Ramtha. They want to know if I had a TV set to watch the tapes. They even brought me a TV set. I needed to watch Ramtha. Then I got majorly involved in Ramtha for a while with J.C. Knight and Ramtha and different things. So, I mean, things have come, and I've learned a lot from Ramtha. I've learned a lot from Ramtha, his teachings, and I've learned a lot to take me to the next step. So that went in my little medicine bag. But it's these things I've learned through my life have geared my vibration, have allowed me to reset, re-envision, and move down the path. I've always understood that Spirit wants me to where they need me to be. Not because I am out of sorts, out of the vibration. No. If you're where a place is, I said now, if you're where you are now and unhappy, you're not in the vibration, then I'll tell your guides, work with them. I don't care if you're looking for a relationship in your life. You're looking for somebody. You like somebody here. You like somebody part of your life. And start having affirmations about attracting your highest and best, your vibration, your twin flame, your person that walks the path with you, companion, a person that you would embellish and increase your life so that you can embellish and increase theirs. I have individuals that will say, Louis, I want somebody in my life to take care of me, to take me to where I need to be, and I want them to do all this stuff for me. And I'm going, kind of asking them the wrong way, dear, because you have to be able to, it has to be mutual. What are you going to do for them? What are you going to connect to them? When you're looking for a relationship in your life, you're looking for somebody to walk with you. Walk with you. So you can help each other, encourage each other, but walk with you, not drag you. You're not going to drag them, but walk with you. You want somebody that's going to be able to be a little bit self-sufficient, so it doesn't take so much away from the energy of the relationship that puts you in a situation that you are out giving all this energy and there's nothing being received back. That'll make you miserable. It can make you tired of being in the relationship because you aren't receiving anything from the relationship. So you want it on a mutual terms. You want them to be able to take care of themselves, be able to be self-sufficient a little bit in their life. So you're not constantly on call. You ask for these things that will connect to you because you want to have someone in your life that's going to walk with you. And if it's a soulmate, awesome. Somebody that walks with you. And to treat your body, to treat your vibration good for yourself. To treat yourself good. To treat yourself with a lot of respect, of understanding. I have a strong connection that I tell people, you've done nothing wrong in your life. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. You're a life lesson for somebody, you're a life lesson for yourself. Some things we've done in our lives, something that have happened in our lives were never really life lessons for us. We were collateral. We were helping the divine. We were helping the whole. We weren't helping us. We were helping that energy, that vibration. So the only thing you can change is what's going on today. Right now. You can get off the call today and off this class today and go, I need to start my affirmations. Or you might put something else in motion in your life. But you need to start asking. Because knock and the door will be open. Asked and you will receive. Knock. Asked. That's true all the vibrations. Where two or more gathered, there I am. There's all this vibration that I was taught as a Christian, as my father used to try to beat it into me. But I learned this, that I said to knock and the door would be open. Asked and you will receive what you want. So I've always asked. I've always propelled that energy. I've asked. And sometimes they might get a little bit discouraged with me because I keep knocking at the door, keep asking. Go, okay, I like this. You know, you could give me this. And it's not like I'm asking for stuff that I'm not supposed to have. I have, and there's enough for everyone in the world to go around. There's so much. And so many people are not asking. They're not connecting. They're not asking. So their vibration, what is supposed to be given to them, just sits out into the spirit world, never to be received by them because they have not asked. And there's ways to ask. There's ways to connect to spirit. There's ways to influence the vibration. So I said, through the I am prosperous. I am healthy. I am in a very positive, extremely good relationship. I am. Do those. Do affirmations for your home. Place little things on the refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, on different things in the house. So when you get up in the morning, you read them. You read them. Even though you said, well, I forgot to do my affirmations. You read them as you go through the house. You have affirmations in your car. You read them. Paste them right where you put your key in. Read the affirmation. Start changing the vibration, the mind thought. Because it's the luggage we're trying to clean. Through our childhood, through bad relationships, through crazy children, through whatever has happened back here, we're trying to clear and repack the luggage. And even if we don't know something is wrong, something is out of place, something we've internalized within our being that is throwing our body off, that's why we ask, is there something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion, something that I should do? Could you please show it to me? Allow your guys to go get it for you. Because if we don't, your guys think, well, they must like that box back there. They must like it. The box stays there. It just stays there, taking up space. Then pretty soon it blocks some of the other stuff from getting to the front of the line because it's blocked the space. And eventually when we clear it, we feel this, like this euphoria coming over our vibration, going, oh my God, I feel so much better. I feel so much, because we cleaned it. That's what we have to realize. Our guides will try their best to get rid of things in our lives, but we have to be able to fear it. That is our free will and choice of how we make the journey. We want to ride in that old car they used to have on the Beverly Hillbillies with a rocker on top and it packed full of junk and heading up the road, and God bless, there's your car. But how do you personally want to arrive? And that's the question in our lives. Not the question of how we can increase ourselves and all this other stuff. That's all through affirmations, by telling ourselves very positive things in our lives, by playing beautiful music in our vibration, allowing the sound to move through our body, allowing us to back out of different things in my vibration. You have to realize that some people are just toxic. They're just toxic. You just don't put yourself there. You don't go linger there. You don't put yourself there. There's some groups out here in Castaneda that I see them meeting on the porches and different things, but I give them a wide berth. I move past them. I don't venture over there because it's like moving into a toxic situation. And I've learned to stay out of toxic situations, whether it be people, events, situations. You have a feeling, you have an understanding within your being before you even enter there, before you even go there. You don't remember one in your life want to go, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have been there. I knew it. So it's this knowing, this empathic situation going on in your life. This knowing of, oh my God, I should stay away from that. Oh, I shouldn't be part of that stuff. Listen, listen. If I could help anybody in their whole life is to listen. Listen to where you are right now. Does it work for you? Does it fit? Is it working? If not, change it. Start putting the affirmations out into the spirit world. Going up to the window and placing your order. Saying, no, I want this. This or better. If my guides want me to be part of somebody's life and change somebody's life and redo somebody's life, awesome. My vibration in my life at my age, I need $1 million. I want me to go take care of people, want me to go do all this stuff, that's an awesome spirit. But I need to be taken care of. I'll go. I'll do what you need me to do. But if I'm going to have to make that journey, you're going to have to take care of me. So you ask for what you personally can receive in your life. If you're like my brother who can't receive healing, then you're probably not going to get healthy. You have to believe that you can be healthy. You have to believe that the health is there. Because if you don't, then your energy starts to wane, starts to move in another direction, another vibration. And take a look at what's behind you. Do the boxes in your life have numbers on them? Have you written on the boxes? Or are there a bunch of boxes and situations within your life that have been there for a while, that there's nothing written on them? You have no idea what's in the boxes. That's when you have to stop and say, okay, this isn't working for me. Why? That's usually all I ask my guides. It isn't working for me. Why? Just why? And then I had to watch and see what arrives in my life. When I moved down to Fort Lauderdale after I got out of the service, I heard my guides tell me, you need to go down to Fort Lauderdale. I'm going, no, that's crazy. Why am I going to Fort Lauderdale? Well, we'll make sure you get down there. You know, look for somebody named Max. He's going to offer you a job. Okay. Down I went. I got a friend of mine that was deadheading down into Fort Lauderdale. I jumped on the plane, got my duffel bag, jumped on the plane. Down I came. Ended up in Fort Lauderdale at the airport, walked through the airport. Sure enough, I was greeted by somebody named Max. At the bar. I was at the bar for a minute, got something to eat, and this guy showed up. His name was Max. He wanted to know if I wanted a job. I said, well, I'm down here. I'm going to have to work. He said, sure. So I ended up going out, being a large maintenance man at a large mobile home park, huge mobile home park down in South Florida. And living next door to the maintenance shed was my future wife, Marie. So I had to get to where she needed to be. I had to get to her. Because she couldn't get to me, I had to get to her. And that's what happens in our lives. There are people, events, situations in our life that we have to get to. We have to find them. The Spirit takes us there. But doesn't mean we have to get there awful, dragged behind the car, beat up. Sometimes we just have to realize that we can arrive how we want to arrive. But allow yourself to sit quietly. Ask yourself, am I where I need to be, Spirit? Am I where I need to be at this moment? And then see what's repetitious that shows up in your life. Your guide's trying to show you something. He's trying to propel something within your life. That is the key. That is the vibrational key of how Spirit works. I know I'm supposed to be perfectly healthy. Perfect. And if there's something I need to do, something I need to put in motion, my guides will show me. They will propel in my life what I need to make myself healthy. If there's illnesses or things supposed to happen in my life that's going to make me cross over to the spirit world, then I want to go as peaceful as I can to the spirit world. I don't want to linger here for years and years and years in some nursing home before I eventually go. I just want to, you're going to take me, then just take me. But the question is we have to address our guides. And that's through meditation. That's through affirmations. And that's for at least once a day getting quiet. And some people in your life might think that you're crazy if you sit in quiet in your home. If you go to work, before you go in the door, sit in your car for a few moments. Put some good music on. Put some really nice music on in the car. Sit there quietly for a moment. Listen to your guides. Listen to yourself before you go into work. Quiet your being. Listen. Ask for your highest and best and nothing else. Then venture into work. Allow yourself to move yourself to your highest and best and nothing else. But I hope you enjoyed what I had to say today, because I wanted you to understand that you have all the power. The power is within you. You have the power to heal yourself, power to attract prosperity in your life, relationships in your life. You have the power. The power is there. We just have to believe that we have the power. We just have to believe that we actually have it. And if once you start believing, you go, oh my God, that's just perfect. That's just working. That's just, oh my God, it's falling into place. Because it will start to click and fall into place. Now remember, next week we are going to be on Zoom. So that is on my website at lewisgates.com. On the events page, it shows you how to get into the Zoom account. And it's also going to be on my Facebook page. I think Christopher is going to send it out too. He's going to send it out, Christopher Timms. So we're going to be on Zoom next week for Lucerne of Death and Dying. We'll do the Zoom. We'll see how that works, how that fits and that actually works. So we're going to be doing that next week. So I'm going to start going on Zoom. So we'll see how that works. So next week, remember, if you come here at this place here on free conference call at 3 o'clock next week, probably not going to see me because I'll be over on Zoom. So I hope you enjoyed today, and I want to thank you for tuning in today and listening to this. This is going to be on my YouTube channel, so I will download it and put it on my YouTube channel. But remember, listen to yourself. Listen to you. Not because somebody's telling you to. Listen because you want to. You made the journey. As I said here at the beginning of this vibration, this talk today, you picked your family. You picked where you were going to be born. You picked situations before you got here, because that was going to start your journey. That was going to start the journey. It's going to start it. So you picked it. You picked that vibration. So down the road you came. But when you got here, you forgot your note. You forgot why you were here. You just know now you're here. But your guides, your protectors, the people in the spirit world, they know exactly why you're here. They know exactly your journey. They know. And remember, they have the keys to the safe. They have the keys to the kingdom. You just have to knock, and it will knock, and the door will be answered. Ask, and you will receive. Because they have the keys to the wagon. They have the keys to it. So you don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be in that position within your life. Tell your guides what you're looking for. It'll take better, but rummage around back there and try to find this. But I'll take better. But get a figure that what you would like first, because you don't know what better is yet until you figure out what you absolutely want as far as health. You want perfect health. The reason why not. You want the energy to propel itself in your life, to uplift you and enlighten you on your journey. Enlighten you on your journey. So that's what you're kind of looking for in this lifetime, is to find that peace, that connection to who you are. And I hope you enjoyed today and the vibration. I'm going to take us at a Q&A.